Okay, so I'm back, and this video is Taurus moon and Scorpio moon compatibility. Here we're dealing with opposites emotional states, opposite way of thinking. Okay, yes, it's more of a subconscious thing, but still, I consider subconscious thought part of thought in the realm. Okay, it's part of in correspondence with the realm of thought. And this is where, everything takes place. The curiosity, the attraction, but there's a caveat. And y'all know I love my caveats. The caveat here is that's where this interaction, this synastry, this compatibility may stay. Once they get a taste of each other. Now, if it was the sun signs, sun signs is more likely to be put into action. And since we have two fixed signs, if they were to really get on with each other and start seeing each other and start being involved with each other, it could be a little bit more difficult for them to split, or more they'll be more into staying with each other, even if things are going left, even if things aren't going the best, because they are fixed. Now, with the moon, and yes, this is depending on certain sun signs. The moon signs, yes, they feel and they sense some sort of curiosity out of each other, but the fear of the unknown, not really knowing what to expect from each other, puts them in this position to where they kind of stay surface with their interactions. Possibly because Taurus is a little bit more balanced emotionally, especially when not dealing with any significant trauma. I do get that for the past 5 to 6 years or so, Uranus has been in Taurus, the sign of Taurus, really causing them to act sporadic and unconventional and outside of the box and things of that nature. For the most part, though, Taurus is going to be pretty practical when it comes to its emotional state of being. And you sense the energy from Scorpio moon, and sense it has the curiosity there and the attraction. However, Taurus moon is feeling like it's being baited, if that makes any sense. Because it's like, okay, well, I'm here. I'm willing to have this interaction with you, Scorpio moon. I'm showing up. Scorpio moon is looking like that's not enough. There must be more to you. And Taurus is like, no, it's really not that deep. Like, if there's more to me, I will tell you. It's not like I don't get what you're looking for. You're not going to discover some big secret about me. Like, you've probably already scouted me out. You probably know my information. You know what I do. Like, there's no big surprise that's happening. Like, this is what you get. Like, what you see is what you get. Scorpio moon is looking like, well, how do I know you're really interested in me then? Like, you don't ask the right questions. You don't search for me. You don't show any intensity emotionally, and yeah, it's not that Taurus cannot, but when Taurus finally does, or when Taurus moon does lose it with Scorpio moon, like loses patience, Taurus moon, especially depending on the sun and some other placements in this chart, in this compatibility, Taurus moon could just really be over it. Like, Taurus moon can set very strong boundaries with Scorpio moon. And for this, they can stay pretty neutral with each other. They could stay on a surface level. Now, when they do go deep, Because I'm not saying that they cannot. Like I said, it depends on the sun sign as well in other placements, especially the sun sign, you know. But still, like their sun signs can have some sort of compatibility with each other. But the moon takes it to this level of well, it's just me and you. You know, when everything else is gone, everybody else is gone, and it's just me and you, and we're dealing with each other. How do we relate? Like, how do we become closer and intimate? For Taurus, that's very physical. Okay. Taurus is like, okay, well, you know, we can hang out. We can get busy. We can eat. You know, we can enjoy each other's time together. We can talk, but we can watch movies, you know, just be comfortable with each other. And that does not require this big emotional display, especially if I don't have a reason. Why would I need to go there? Why would I need to do that? Nothing is wrong. So Taurus moon feels like Scorpio moon is being dramaful and causing problems when there's no need to have these problems. It's just extra stuff. It's taking Taurus from its comfort zone, from its comfort space, you know, from its place of just being. Like the Empress, the Emperor. And Scorpio moon is passionate, intense, emotional. Scorpio moon looks for like someone that it shares some sort of significant bond with. And this is the thing, Scorpio moon is going to want you to deal with them regardless of what test that they put you through. Because to them, to Scorpio moon, loyalty is a big thing. And they will do things, they will say things, they will try to purposely scare you off to see if you can run, will run, or will you stick there. And Taurus moon's whole thing is that Taurus moon is not scared per se of Scorpio moon. I feel like Taurus moon initially maybe, but Taurus moon is more so along the lines like, listen, I'm not afraid of you, but I just really feel that this is unnecessary. Like, what you're doing, you know, the test, all that is unnecessary. Like, I'm going to be loyal to you until you give me a reason not to. Scorpio is like, I'm not going to be loyal to you until you give me a reason to be loyal to you. Okay. And then they're at a place to where they are really looking at each other like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, this may not, I'm attracted to you and everything, but on paper, it just may not really, you know, it may not, you know, maybe on paper it'll go, but, you know, in real life, it may not really be, like, I really don't understand what you're doing or where you're coming from. Now, maybe in a progressed moon chart, it will. And I will get on those, like, progressions a little bit later. Okay? But here we go. These two are attracted to each other. They have, since Taurus can be, you know, more physical, Scorpio's emotional and passionate. They have this fixated energy towards each other. You know, if they can get past the shenanigans, they will see that neither one of them is really trying to cause the other one harm. You know, neither one of them is flighty when it comes to relationships. Both of them are pretty committed. They will see that. But at the same time, okay, I feel like their delivery of what that looks like is different. It's so much different to where, since they're both signs, it's kind of like either or. Either we're doing this or not. They can both, before they feel trusting enough to both say, hey, we're in this, it could really stay surface for a long time. It could really not even go to the next level. Even if they have been sexually intimate with each other. You know. Sometimes once they cross the line and that they are, it could be very hard to pull them apart. It really can. But I feel like where this interaction kind of stops is when Taurus is like, no, like I can't do this. You know, so Taurus moon has a lot of control in this particular compatibility. You know, and they could really set out to hurt each other if things go bad. They could have very big fights because Scorpio moon can tick Taurus moon off to where Taurus moon, and I feel like Taurus moon, if Taurus moon is more at a stable place within itself, Taurus moon will be like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. Like, I see what's happening here, even though I don't quite understand it, and I'm not going to even do this. I'm not going to do this. Okay. That does not say that they cannot work, because it's really like an opposites attract here. But I feel like they need to get to the bottom of understanding each other. And the only way they're really going to understand each other is they both come into the situation with their guards down and open to like understanding each other's behavior, looking at it, seeing it for what it is, and understanding like, okay, well, he's really not out to get me. She's really not out to get me. Whatever. Okay, so this has been Taurus moon and Scorpio's moon compatibility. I'm Butterfly Light.